Hey guys, today I'm with Tarryn Anderson from Little-Souls Child Wellness, and I'm so excited for you to hear her story. She's a really good friend of mine. We met in South Africa. Not only is she just an amazing person, but she's a great yoga teacher. And Tarryn, welcome. It's so nice to have you.
Thanks so much.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about your story. Like, how did you actually get involved with yoga? Because when we met, we were in corporate.
I realized that that's not exactly where I wanted to be. And I started falling back into yoga when my kids were fairly young, and then what that did was it actually opened up me having a dream of children's hands and feet, and that's when I knew I needed to start teaching yoga to children. So I did the training in South Africa and moved over to Canada, and then I did my adult yoga teacher training here, and it's just sort of blossomed more into me teaching yoga and mindfulness to kids in schools and studios and wherever they need it, and more so with the pandemic is online.
I don't know if I could teach kids, so you have to be a very special person to teach kids, because the language that I use when I teach yoga is very different for adults than it is for kids. You have to be super creative. How do the kids respond to yoga at the moment?
Oh, it's got to be fun. And often when I go into the schools with the principals, they say to me, well, you know, how is the class? And I said, no, don't ask me, ask the kids, because they'll let you know. It's just got to be lighthearted and quite a bit of movement, and surprisingly, kids actually really enjoy a meditation at the end. And it's not even 5 minutes, but if I can get that energy moving and their body's moving well enough during the class, they're only too happy to lie down in Shavasana and just have that magic come through.
It couldn't come at a better time right now. And that brings me to the next very exciting thing of your mindfulness box. So please tell me about how this thing got birthed.
You know, I realized that I've got a little box of tools that I use whenever I need to have a quiet moment with myself. And one day when I was opening up my box and pulling out a few of the things, I was like, how do I bring this to kids? Because with the pandemic, I was not allowed to get into any classes or into any schools.
Of course.
So I was like, how can I actually reach more kids? And then through the years, I've used a lot of these tools during the classes, and the kids have resonated with them. So just putting this mixture together of building on the sensory awareness and helping them come home to themselves if they just need that mindful moment. So that's how the box came to be.
Amazing. So come on, show me this box. I know it is so important for our kids. I secretly want my own little mindfulness box. Let's talk about it.
A lot of adults say that. And you know what the cool thing is? It's a really good thing for children and adults to do together.
Oh, awesome. Yes,
it's a good bonding activity. And then once you as the adult also realize what the benefits are, it definitely helps the kids. So, you know, you're speaking the same language.
Yeah. This is actually a heavy little box.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of gorgeous, like, I'm excited. You know when you get that parcel at the door? This is one box that you definitely want to get. It looks beautiful. The branding's beautiful. It's
and
really
the
cute.
Kids love labeling it. So even for the schools, you know, it's they're precious.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Awesome. It's so colorful. Just a quick peek.
Colorful and bright. And what I do recommend is that they download the first portion of the Little-Souls app at the same time, because as they're doing these mindfulness activities, they can listen to the music, they can listen to nature sounds, you know, they can take advantage of all of those items. But really, and that's, the QR code.
For the app.
Perfect. On Android and
so clever.
Apple.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So they get a link to go to my membership site. And then what that does is it comes with 10 videos on how to use the mindfulness box. And I really do encourage your parents to do that as well at the same time. Because I do give a bit of science as to how these things work. Yeah. And now that we've had so many studies and science, you know, bringing in more understanding of how the brain works and how the parasympathetic nervous system works. Okay. It's good to know. Yeah. But for the kids, I show them exactly what they need to do with each and every item.
Amazing. I just want to say, the smells coming out of here. Yeah. I just want to be on my yoga mat or on my bed. It smells so good in here.
The reason why I've done it in these colors, because there's 4 different ones and they've got different properties. But the soothing is for that tangible child that enjoys that feeling of playing with something in their hands and then smell that.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I need this. That is so good.
And you can actually take it out and just play with it. And that in itself is a mindfulness activity. So mindfulness is being fully present in this moment, non-judgmentally. And that's what the activity does. It gives children the activity to do so that they can still practice that mindfulness in a fun way.
Amazing.
And they gravitate to different
feels so good.
Yeah,
yes,
at
exactly.
whatever stage they are in their life. And where they are in their day. You know, sometimes they need to be energized a little bit. Sometimes they need a little bit of that soothing. And this here is the best invention ever. It's actually bubbles.
Okay.
So what's pretty cool is breathing bubbles in a mindfulness way, if you're breathing out for longer than what you are breathing in, that's what activates your parasympathetic nervous system to bring you down to rest and digest. Now, to tell a child to breathe out longer than what they do breathe in, it's not going to happen.
No.
But if I tell them to, they put the bubbles in the bottom.
Okay.
And then close it up. And if I say to them, take a deep breath in through your nose and a long breath out, see how many bubbles you can blow.
So clever.
They get that visual.
Yes.
And they want to blow, and then they blow all that air out their lungs. So they're already activating their parasympathetic nervous system.
Tarryn, ingenious.
And if you turn it upside down, it doesn't leak.
Oh, hallelujah.
Okay.
You know how that stuff, that bubble stuff goes everywhere in the house and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
beautiful.
I never enjoyed my kids playing with bubbles because it would stress me out. Because and especially in Canada when it's snowing outside or it's too cold, you can do it inside. Another thing I tell the kids is every thought in your mind is a bubble. You are not your thoughts. You only become your thoughts if you bring them into your being.
Yes.
So they blow the bubbles, and I tell them, pop those thoughts you don't want to think.
Oh.
You know, there in itself is just a magic activity.
So powerful.
Mindfulness.
So powerful.
Yes.
This is amazing. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I don't think you should give the whole thing away. But I'm looking in here and seeing colors. I'm seeing lots of textures.
Yes.
I see something about a word magic in here. I'm not going to go into it.
This is really cool. Okay, so one of the it's actually the last one, which is called self-care.
Okay.
And I find with the pandemic, it's always been hands off, no touching, have to be 6 meters apart.
Yes.
We've lacked a lot in that positive touch, right?
Yeah.
And this is where the kids can actually massage themselves. So it's not hard, so they won't hurt themselves, they won't go too hard.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
Feeling the different textures, and they love this one. Even getting into the grooves of your hands and just doing that type of massage, or if you've got a little bit of something in your neck.
Yes.
You know, there's a fun way of playing with these.
That's amazing. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, it even comes with a smooth one. So it really depends on how
the
they're
child.
feeling on the day.
Yeah.
But a lot of kids resonate with that one. And then we teach them to roll it up and down their arms. At the end of the program, they're stacking all these different sensory items together.
Yeah.
And then that's what creates that magic.
Looking at all this amazing stuff, I know that you snuck in a word there about an app. Tell me about this app that you've developed.
The app again was how can I reach children in another way when I couldn't reach them in person.
Yeah.
And it brings about the whole holistic mindfulness way of dealing with the self. And there's some yoga classes on there, some morning and evening class to just let them start the day with a bit of energy and finish off with gratitude. And, the big thing that I always say is put your hand in your heart and your hand in your belly and just ask yourself, what do I need from today? And use it as your focus. And that's the one thing that you need to do that day.
Amazing.
So it's got some yoga classes on, it's got some mindfulness games. So very similar to blowing the bubbles. If parents really don't like the mess and the fuss of bubbles, you just go into the app and you can pop the bubbles there. It's got a glitter jar on the app.
Oh, love those glitter jars. It looks like glitter on the phone.
It's on the actual phone, and once it settles down to the bottom, then you just shake the device again and it comes up again.
Fantastic. Was there something about music on there for kids?
Okay, so I've got sounds of natural sounds. So some kids really enjoy the sound of fire or the sound of running water, sounds of birds or nature, and then there's some combinations that they can use. So a big thing there is if kids are struggling to fall asleep at night, sometimes you can just put that on. Yeah. Eventually their body recognizes that sound and it's almost like a switch, and they're like, oh, okay, now I can relax. So it's got that. It's got Binaural Beats.
Okay.
Now Binaural Beats is fantastic. It's only using the really low theta and beta brain waves too. So what it does is the brain tries to mimic the waves of the sound to slow the body down, to bring them into that meditative state. It helps kids with ADHD, with focus, with meditation, with sleep. There's a whole range of music that's been created for that. And they'll resonate to different ones because they know what feels good. Yeah.
Your business has grown so tremendously. I'm so proud of you. I think it's amazing. So it's awesome to have you. And in my home, yes, it's amazing. Yay. Thank you so much. Right. So I think the best thing you need to do is check the description in my YouTube video. You can find all Tarryn's details there. And for this little box, your mindfulness box, you'll be able to find all the information for this. I would suggest you buy this for your kid.
Yeah.
Great present for Christmas.
Oh, for sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Presents. Buy it for all your nieces and nephews. I think this is a great idea. If you really like what you saw today, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you see more of my videos as they upload.